Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence, bringing you another video as we ride into the sunset of a new generation with the Nintendo NX. I want to talk about this because this was actually a nice discussion that I had with Active Sin Gamer on Twitter and also with Terminator Juice, fellow PE Network members. One of the things that we talked about is that, once again, the divide between some Nintendo fans over other. Now, there are Nintendo fans that absolutely adore the Wii U. They think the Wii U is the greatest system. They play it all the time. They love it, and which is fine. I have no problem with fans who feel that the Wii U is the greatest system. And then on the other side, you have lots of fans and lots of Nintendo dudes that feel that the Wii U just wasn't up to snuff. Nintendo did not do what they should have done with the system. It's lacking so many things in the current landscape of gaming. Even back in 2012, it was lacking really basic things the Xbox 360 did. And then once again, you have guys that are in the middle. A little bit, they see a little bit of both. They see like the positives of the Wii U, they see the negatives, and they're kind of the like in between. And that's kind of where I am. I see some positives of the system. I know that it has some great things going for it, but the negatives are a very big blight on the system. So I'm kind of a tweener, but I still love Nintendo. I think they make fantastic games. Just everything that they put out this generation just wasn't for me. But Super Smash Bros. Is amazing. Seriously, Super Smash Bros. Is one of the greatest games Nintendo's ever made. I want to talk about this, and I want to pose a question to you guys. Do you feel that 10 years, a decade of motion controls, kind of gimmicky or gimmicks and underpowered hardware and just generally lacking lots of modern stuff has broken the will or spirits of Nintendo fans? Do you think that that's an issue to the point to where it gets to where we are right now? And if someone wants to be super hyped, if someone is saying, oh, I can't wait for the NX, you have Nintendo fans and you have other people saying, oh, well, you know, calm down. Don't be too hyped for it. Which is, I guess, is understandable if someone's going to say that. But at the same time, it's like, it's a console launch. I remember when I was younger, there was no such thing as overhyped. Overhyped was not a thing when a console was launching back in the day. It's something now at this point. But when I was growing up, overhyping, there was no such thing. It was like, yo, there's a new console coming out. This console's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh, it's a new Nintendo console. And for the most part, it always delivered. I mean, for the most part, it always delivered growing up. NES to Super Nintendo. Heck yes, I was hyped. I couldn't wait till we could afford one. I was barely old enough to remember, but I couldn't wait till we can get one. When we found out that we were getting one, I like almost exploded in joy. I remember when the N64 was coming. Oh my gosh, so much hype with the graphics and Mario and all of that stuff. Then I remember when the Dreamcast was coming, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so hype. Like, I remember even systems that I didn't even end up getting, like the Saturn. I was hyped just to see that, just to see what games were coming, just the new generation. Even if it didn't live up to my expectations, which the N64 and Saturn didn't, it was still super hyped. And even though you can say it was overhyped or whatever you want to call it, that's what you did. It was the console launch. But at this point, it seems like there's so many people, Nintendo fans included, that are trying to tell people, oh, well, it's not going to be what you want, so necessarily don't get hyped up. And really, this is all because of what Nintendo has done. There is so much criticism with Nintendo's hardware over the past decade. It's underpowered. It's using gimmicks. Nintendo's not making RPGs. You've heard me say that. Nintendo's trying to force feed motion controls. These are all the things that, in my opinion, can lead to this, well, don't get too hyped up because you know Nintendo's going to mess up. Or don't get too hyped because you know Nintendo's going to have underpowered hardware. Don't get too hyped because you know it's not going to be as good as the PS4, or you know it's not going to be as good as Xbox One. You know they're not going to put any normal features in there the Xbox 360 had. I mean, these are the things that I've heard that people who call themselves true Nintendo fans say to others. Now, I'm not trying to include Terminator Juice in this because I know he made a video talking about how, oh, it's okay to be hyped, but being hyped for the wrong thing. He feels that Nintendo is going to make another Nintendo-like console. Based on what we've heard so far, it seems to me like Nintendo has learned their damn lesson. At least somewhat. More than they learned a lesson with the Wii to the Wii U. Because from the Wii to the Wii U, they didn't give a crap. They literally did not care about nearly every single complaint. They fixed a couple different things, and that was it. There was so many complaints people had, and they ignored the lion's share of them. They only fixed the major things, which was friend codes and eShop, digital distribution, eShop, stuff like that. Those were the two major things that they fixed. Pretty much everything else they just left untouched, and in some ways they got worse, like the messaging system. Miiverse is cool, but then again, at the same time, it's slower than actually messaging on the Wii, which is ridiculous in my opinion, but yes, it is slower. And with the 3DS, they just absolutely did not care. People said no friend codes. Nintendo said, you're gonna get friend codes and you're gonna like it. Nintendo is in nowhere near the position to do what they've been doing. The Wii was successful, so they did that, right? The Wii U, not successful. The rumors that we've been hearing is that Nintendo is switching over to either x86 or ARM. That's a big change if they're switching over to that. That's not a Nintendo console, okay? That's more like Microsoft and Sony if you're gonna switch over. But that is not PowerPC. A Nintendo console usually goes with the PowerPC, and that's not that. That's something different. We're seeing the patents, finally, for an achievement system, universal. We're seeing this stuff for cross-game chat and universal voice chat. That's stuff that Nintendo has had access to. They could have done, but they never wanted to do that. So I'm looking at these patents. I'm looking at these verified leaks that are coming out. I'm looking at the position Nintendo is in and the complaints that they've received. And any smart business person would see, hey, we have to make changes because we are losing market share. We are losing fans. And that's why I feel like the years of underpowered hardware and just disappointments is leading to what people are saying at this point. Does that mean it's going to happen? No, it does not mean it's going to happen. I personally feel that Nintendo NX is going to be a vastly different system than Nintendo's ever done before. I don't think it's going to be a Nintendo console through and through. I do not think that because of what we've been hearing. And because of the position that Nintendo's been in. A Nintendo console through and through in today's age will get you nowhere. And what I mean by that is a Nintendo console that focuses not on online play, that focuses on not on interaction, that doesn't give people options, that restricts what you can do. That's pretty much a Nintendo console. Online isn't a big deal. Talking to your friends isn't a big deal. Game invites isn't a big deal. Achievements, stuff like that. Though none of that is a big deal. All that matters is this new thing that we're trying to push, like gimmick that we're trying to push for you to play games. I think this Nintendo console is going to have a heavy focus, not only delivering what fans want, but what third-party developers have been asking for as well, because Nintendo knows they can't have a repeat of the Wii U. Mr. Kimishima is not stupid. The late Satoru Iwata is not stupid. When they were designing this console, and the people who are making this console are not stupid. There is no way that they're going to sit here and say, we're going to do the same thing as the Wii U and the Wii. And just to top this off, guys, Mr. Kimishima has already even said that the Nintendo NX is going to be something completely different than what they've done before, that they're going to move away from the Wii and the Wii U brand. They're going to move away from that, and it's going to be something completely different. The rumors that we're hearing is that it's powerful, more powerful than the PS4, CPU, GPU, everything. More RAM. That's verified leaks. So I don't think Nintendo is dumb enough to make the same mistake that they made with the Wii U. There is no way after they failed this bad with the sales of the Wii U, the overall sales, that they say, you know what? We should sit back and we should make a console that's like it, like a Nintendo console normally. And I think that we're going to see what Nintendo has to offer this E3 when they show off their system, because this is going to be the system. This is going to be the system that people have been asking for a long time. Will it have every single thing that we could possibly want? Will it have every single feature that PS4 and Xbox One has? No, because Nintendo can't build what they've built over the course of a decade. They can't build that up in a couple years that this system's been in development, or a few years this system's been in development. They can't. But what they can do is set a great foundation going forward. And I think that's what the NX is. It's a foundation going forward for Nintendo to be successful, not only in their home consoles, but in their portable systems as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, that basically wraps it up for this one here. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything on gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.